Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. And today we've got a game between Geoff and LOTBoys here on Catalyst, the Ladder Edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we've got the red Terran player. It is Geoff from QT Club. And in the bottom right-hand corner is his opponent, the blue Terran player, LOTBoys from Rival Gaming. This is a high-level Masters-level replay sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. With the subject of intense Masters-level game, I figured I would give it a cast. It is on patch 4.14, getting a lot of good responses from the thread that I posted on Reddit saying, please send me your 4.1.4 replays. I will probably cast them. Yes, StarCraft. The StarCraft subreddit is a pretty darn nice place to be. If you're from there, thank you so much for coming here to watch me. And I wish you all the best. Alright, so a TVT on 4.1.4. Haven't seen one of these. I wonder if someone's going to try to make Ravens work. Somebody pointed out that Ravens, yes, they have a range of 1, but with high-sec auto-tracking... Wait. Range... oh, yes. High-sec auto-tracking applies to the auto-turret range, not the casting range of the Raven. I misunderstood, and as I was saying it, I figured it out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Ravens are super viable. We'll have to see if somebody like Gumio can make them work. He is very creative, as you know. LOTBoys hiding his barracks. I don't understand the purpose of hiding it up here. Unless it's to prevent hop-ups from the Reaper. Does that cover the whole thing? I think you can probably still hop up there. Do you think you can, or is there a gap over that way? There might be a gap over that way. That might be a good block. We'll have to watch. We'll have to see if Geoff tries to hop his Reaper up there. So Reaper by Geoff's name is Bill. He's just a country boy forced into the Reaper Corps, or at least that's what he will tell you. But really, Bill is one of the sickest killers in Dominion space. No records are kept about why he was sent to prison. It is rumored the crime was so brutal that it scared anyone who dared read the file. But we do know that he had a nasty habit of eating the corpses of those that he killed. Are you playing defense, Bill? At least what was left after mailing most of the body parts to their families and or friends, despite having no access to any outside communication, let alone a ship. Okay, fair enough. And this is Anakin Skywalker. After not having the high ground that one time and becoming some of the most famous Mustafar barbecue in the galaxy, Anakin decided to even the scales and buy a jetpack for the next time he meets with his former master. Okay, that makes sense. Little Reaper versus Reaper action here. Jedi versus Jedi. Anakin getting kind of free reign. Oh, is that a second? Is that the same? Oh my gosh, it's a second Reaper. 2 Reapers out for Bill. Oh, snap. Anakin, run! Oh, Anakin gets killed by Bill and his friend here. So 2 Reapers and then a Cyclone coming out. This is not quite a Reaper group. Oh, same thing for LOTBoys. He's got another Reaper too and a Hellion. So Hellion versus Cyclone. Not going to go very well for LOTBoys here. What's heading on out? Oh, the Cyclone though. Run. Does the Cyclone win this battle? I think the Cyclone wins this battle. Look out. Look out, Bill. I mean, that's not Bill. That's Anakin's friend. Bill's over here. And hop up. Oh, but the barracks is gone. The barracks was blocking that. Oh, this is not going well for LOTBoys. I feel like these Reapers getting right on in here. Trying to kill some of the SCVs. Getting a surround. Oh, escaping the surround. Escaping the surround quite nicely. The Cyclone for Geoff is coming up here too. This is a huge problem for LOTBoys. 1 Reaper for Geoff. Does manage to hop on out here. Joining his friend, the Cyclone. Whoa. Look out, Anakin's friend. Get the heck on out of there. Alright, so, did anything actually die? No, both players lost a Reaper, and that's it. No SCVs died during that harassment from Geoff. That's amazing. And Geoff's going home. I feel like the Cyclone does very well here. Although, LOTBoys has his own Cyclone here as well now, so perhaps not. Cloak Banshee coming up on the menu for Geoff, the red Terran player. Got Vikings for LOTBoys, which should be a pretty good answer to Banshee, assuming you have detection available. And do we have any kind of detection available? I mean, obviously there's scans, but if you're a good Terran player, you're not allowing that energy to get much past 50 as you're calling down mules pretty much every time. Is that a Marine? That is a Marine. It's got like a Mohawk thing going on, doesn't he? Kind of has a Mohawk thing going on. Turn and face me, Marine. LOTBoys decides to go on the offensive. He's got a Hellion. He's got a Reaper and the Cyclone coming up behind it. But there's a tank out for Geoff now. Oh boy. All right, that tank's going to have a wonderful time. Look out, Reaper. Oh, that's Reaper Bill is toast. But tank fire against that Cyclone is real bad. Meanwhile, Liberator from LOTBoys sets up in the mineral line of Geoff here. Does end up getting some kills. 3 total kills. Lock on ability. Getting some shots off and then regular old lock on happening here too. That is a very slow rate of fire. Did they slow the rate of fire? I kind of feel like they did. Where's my lock on ability? It doesn't say. Doesn't say exactly what it is. But anyway, Viking shows up from Geoff. Goodbye, Liberator, and... Alright, has reestablished his ability to mine inside his natural base. Has Geoff here, LOTBoys, 2 Cyclones and a Viking now. He just comes back with different configurations every time. I like the attack at the front and the Liberator thing at the back. That was pretty fantastic. 2 Cyclones versus tank. I think maybe you win? Unless you try... Oh, landing the Viking inside the minimum distance range on the tank. Is the tank going to die? The tank ends up getting killed. SCV is forced to fight for their lives here at the natural base, getting a nice surround of the Cyclone and the Viking, and they actually win that fight. SCVs, good job, guys. Get back to work. You killed a Viking and a Cyclone. Sure, they were both already injured from stuff, but still, that's going to go on your resume. While an SCV for the Terran army, I was working in a natural base and killed a Viking. That does not happen very often. That is very impressive if that shows up on your resume. So now Marines and a Viking from LOTBoys. You can tell these are Masters level players because they are keeping the pressure up. Right? Either you're constantly defending or you're constantly attacking, especially in these mirror matchups, Terran and ZVZ. But LOTBoys, I don't know about this, man. I like your Marines. They're pretty good. They're pretty good against the Cyclone here. No bonus damage from the Cyclone against the Marines. 5 extra, well, an extra 2 damage per shot on that Tornado Blaster against armored targets. But guess what? Marines are not armored, so it doesn't really hurt them all that much. Ooh, and a tank. Man, this skin is so Mad Maxy from LOTBoys. There are knives on the end of that tank. What is this? What is going on here? Either way, defensive tank out now for Geoff. LOTBoys setting his up in a good spot to get a shot on that Cyclone. Cyclone taking some shots. Geoff not paying very much attention to it. Oh, it does manage to escape just in time. It does get the heck on out of there. Vikings from Geoff holding air superiority, though. They killed the Viking that LOTBoys brought along, so he's got the vision available. Once again, tanks can shoot farther. Whoa, tanks can shoot farther if they can see just a little bit further. Right? So they can see a certain distance and shoot that far. That's their vision. But if they want to be able to shoot farther, which they can just a tiny bit, they need somebody to spot for them. Usually going to be Vikings, medevacs, scans, things of that nature. Looks like LOTBoys is transitioning into a more standard Marine tank type thing, while Geoff is continuing to make tanks and actually getting Liberators here. Is his barracks doing anything for him? Looks like he's meching. Looks like he's meching. Did he? Oh, it's right here. I was going to say, did he send that off scouting? I didn't notice that. No. All right, so going to be Marine tank versus a very mech-heavy play from Geoff. Here at the 7.5-minute mark, he has made his intentions known. Liberators, tanks, missile turrets coming up. Again, mech armies win versus biological armies. Marine tank for the most part. However, they are slower than the Marine tank armies, especially with the Marines. They're just so zippy. And so you got to be able to take down bases. You got to be able to slow down the blue player here. LOTBoys, or else he's going to expand everywhere and just make more cost efficient. Well, I guess the mech player is going to be more cost efficient, but still expanding everywhere and overwhelm you before you can do much else. I mean, LOTBoys is not going straight bio. This is not Marine Marauder medevac. In fact, does he have any medevacs to speak of? The answer is no. His Marines, if they're going to get hit, they're going to get hit. They're going to take the damage. End of discussion. I like this Marine placement from LOTBoys. He's got it covered, kind of like Overlord placement. If this was a ZVT, making sure that Geoff cannot move out without getting spotted. I like it. I like it quite a bit. LOTBoys setting up his tanks at a potential third base location here for Geoff. Geoff is completely unaware of this. Yeah, he doesn't know this is here, but oh, is he trying to float over a command center? He's trying to float a command center over here, but he's going to actually have some problems. Was that a Cyclone? Something just took 3 direct shots from a siege tank and died. Yeah, Vikings come over to see what it is. Scan comes over to see what it is. Once again, Geoff takes air superiority, getting rid of the one Viking that LOTBoys brought along, but getting rid of the Liberator. Excellent job by LOTBoys, recognizing that Liberator was setting up to do some damage and killing it before it could get even a single shot off. So again, command center thought about landing there, decided not to, as there are some very spiky Marines down there who would love to shoot it out of the sky. Small army from LOTBoys here, again, at another potential third base location for Geoff to the south. So if South tries to expand down there, he's going to run into problems from LOTBoys here too. I like this contain. I like the contain that LOTBoys has. Meanwhile, he's expanding to his own third base a little bit later, but he's effectively shut in Geoff and prevented him from getting out for the time being. Tank count is currently 9-5. Geoff has that lead, as we would expect. Oh, one tank of his sets up just inside range of the blue ones, though. And that is not fantastic. However, LOTBoys going to lose a tank of his own, thanks to the Vikings spotting that range. That's why Geoff's tank could hit LOTBoys, but not vice versa. And going for it. I don't know about this, LOTBoys. There are 4 tanks firing here. Yeah. Oh, and tried to come from the backside to make this work. The timing did not work out particularly well for LOTBoys. I don't know about this. He's going to lose all of his tanks. Just sitting in siege mode is Geoff, taking us up from distance. And that's it. LOTBoys' army is gone. We had some reinforcements coming in too, some Vikings, but they decided to get the heck out of there. Yeah, Geoff says whoops. Absolutely whoops. 96 to 80 total supply right now. LOTBoys is down big time. Lost a ton of stuff. Resources lost could be 2,400 for Geoff compared to a full 5,900 for LOTBoys. 5 tanks down, 30 Marines, 6 Vikings, 5 Marauders for LOTBoys. Just so many dead things for the Blue Terran player. But he does have that third base up and running. His worker count is actually 47 to 63. He's got a major economic lead, but his army is just so small because he sort of ran them into the meat grinder there. The natural base just a minute or so ago. So we'll see if Geoff can push up his advantage with his army, or if the economic advantage of LOTBoys is going to be enough to get another army up, right? And call it good. LOTBoys setting up a great wall of supply depots and bunker outside the left area of his third base location. Hellions trying to get in here. Yeah, does pick off an SCV building one of the supply depots. A lot of this is still under construction. Ooh, another supply depot paused. But the remaining SCVs should be able to finish this off if they feel like it. I mean, the Hellions can't do much to get through this wall. They can try to kill SCVs who are building these buildings, but that's about it. SCV, run! Oh. SCV on the wrong side of the wall, man. Got killed. Fourth base is done for LOTBoys, too. This one is going to be a planetary fortress, as it's a little bit more wide open and fairly impossible to wall off, unless you really get a lot of supply depots out there, which I don't feel like LOTBoys wants to do. So 3 base to 4 base. Again, LOTBoys' economy is substantially better than Geoff's right now, but his army supply not as good. It's 12 to 2 tanks right now. Geoff has 12 tanks. Again, he's meching, so it makes sense that he would have 12 tanks. What's this anti-air Viking? Looks like it's pretty much Viking. Trying to deal with any Liberators or Banshees that can pick off his tanks. Really need that. 6 Vikings to 6 Vikings, though. LOTBoys has enough to handle that. How are the upgrades looking here, too? Well, Infernal Pre-Igniter for Geoff, but +1 Terran infantry armor, +1 vehicle weapons, already done for LOTBoys. So he's got better upgrades for his mech, at least for his ground mech. LOTBoys setting up more Marines in sacrificial places to make sure he knows when Geoff is going to move out. Geoff's 4th base is now done. He's upgrading it to a planetary fortress, so it'll soon be 4 base to 4 base between these two players. We will see. We will see who will come out on top here. Both players are now getting those upgrades going. Geoff working on vehicle and ship plating level 1. Marine from LOTBoys scouts this 4th base, tries to kill a tank, and then gets roasted alive by Blue Flame. Wow, the Hellbat transformation sound is actually louder than I thought it was. He doesn't have that upgrade. He doesn't have the servos. Nope, he does not. But check this out. Battle cruisers on the way from Geoff. Hey, battle cruisers and a TVT. LOTBoys looks like he's going to do it too. Got a fusion core coming up. Working on +1 ship weapons. It sure seems like he wants to. But here's his Marine tank Viking army. Very standard composition for TVT. It's been this way since Wings of Liberty. Often we would see ghosts, though, back in those days. Not so much today, unfortunately. It was fun. I just don't know how effective it was. How many tanks here defending this 3rd base for Geoff? He's got 3. He's got 3 tanks on the ground. 4 if you count this one in the back here, but I'm not sure that I do. Tanks trying to set it toward he can hit this refinery of Geoff's at the 3rd. He's going to go ahead. Taking out gas from a mech player is a fantastic strategy. Slowing down that gas income is just amazing. Liberator tries to come in and shut this down, but the Vikings from LOTBoys immediately remove that from the map. And the Vikings from Geoff say, wait, what was that a lot of Vikings? I don't know if I like this very much. Yeah, I think you might just win this, LOTBoys. Picking off individual Vikings one by one, as is Geoff, though. They're target firing each one down, but LOTBoys just has more. He just has more Vikings, and that's going to be all she wrote for Geoff's air here. And it's going to land. I don't know if you can land. Oh, he's going to try to land. Get friendly fire splash damage on those tanks, and then come into the rest of his army and finish the rest of these guys off. I don't know if he can do it, though. Blue Flame Hellbats. Pretty good against the bio and the remaining tanks from Geoff, enough to clean that up. If you brought these tanks with you, dude, I think you have that. Oh, Geoff, his timings need a little bit of work here. He's just A-moving into this tank from Geoff, though. And can he get it is the question. Nope. Heading back and back, trying to kill these Hellbats. They really don't pose much of a threat to you. It's all about the tank, dude. But another tank sets up. LOTBoys tries to go in again. These LOTBoys, no. All right, LOTBoys, you continue losing tanks like this. It's not looking good. 8 tanks lost for LOTBoys. I guess 6 for Geoff. He hasn't been exactly pristine with his. It turns out. The thing is, Geoff hasn't really put much pressure on LOTBoys since that very early Reaper Cyclone pressure, which didn't do a whole lot. So LOTBoys been the aggressor here. Geoff has been the defender, but it doesn't mean that Geoff is going to lose. By no means does that mean that Geoff is going to lose. He's got battle cruisers somewhere. Where is he hiding them? A battle cruiser. Or is he just still making them? He might just still be making them. No, there's some out. Oh, here they are. They're coming over to the third base to defend. Liberator sets up for LOTBoys. Good luck coming on in here. Oh, Liberator from LOTBoys tries to set up at this... Two of them try to set up at this mineral line. And the battle cruisers have joined the battle. Excellent job trying to get rid of these Vikings, trying to Yamato cannon down tanks to the Liberators. Vikings do end up getting killed. And battle cruisers making it happen. LOTBoys throwing up 5 Vikings at a time right now. LOTBoys attacking into this fourth base of Geoff's. There is only a planetary fortress here, and there's a lot of bio with some Marauders too. Can they take down the planetary fortress before the BCs jump in? Yes, just barely, but the BCs should be able to clean up the rest of these guys before they know it hits them. Yeah, everybody gone, but they did get that fourth base, and they did pretty much shut down the mining at that third base for quite a while. Total number of SCVs lost, 39 for Geoff, and only 3 for LOTBoys. 76 to 42 total harvesters right now. LOTBoys is going for a 5th base. Another attack coming into the third. I think LOTBoys has this thing. Oh man, this is a blow. Losing this third base right after losing the 4th base while LOTBoys is continuing to expand behind it. 5th base done. Planetary Fortress. 3 missile turrets being built to defend against any battle cruiser tactical jump-ins. Geoff making 4 battle cruisers at a time though. He is really putting his resources into these battle cruisers and trying to make it work, which I applaud. I really applaud him trying to make BCs happen in 4.1.4, but I just don't know. That repair drone is gone. Repair drone was actually a good pairing with battle cruiser. We saw a couple games right there. Well, not right there, but back in 4.0.2, where repair drones really extended the lives of the battle cruisers in major battles, and ZVP especially. It was amazing. Who was it? Was it a Ketrock game? Somebody went battle cruiser and made it work against Zerg at a very high level, and I think it might have been Ketrock. That was really fun. It was a fun one. All right, so third base is back somehow for Geoff. He's got a new planetary fortress there too. Man, he replanted fast. He must have had a command center up here. He does, or he did. He's got 2 in his main base right now. Battle cruisers going for it, man. Trying to make this thing happen against Liberators, against Marines, and Marauders, and Vikings at the back from LOTBoys, though, are just causing massive problems for the battlecruiser army. They're tactical jumping out, though, as they're taking damage. Kind of like it a lot. Yamato cannons chasing down some of those Vikings. A ground attack by LOTBoys is trying to get in here to Geoff's third base, but no, too many tanks, too many Hellbats. And Geoff, has he lost any BCs yet? No, he's managed to keep every one of his BCs alive. This is some very good babysitting from the Red Terran player. He's got 11 battle cruisers, 10 tanks, and a Viking, and some Hellbats. I mean, LOTBoys is up 84 to 46 harvesters. He's going for a 6th base in the bottom left-hand corner here, too. He has the economy of a king or a pharaoh, or I don't know, who had some really nice economy in the past. It's a great question. But a lot of barracks here from LOTBoys. Factories, too. Making this bio, getting some Thors. Perhaps for that single target action, where they do a lot of damage versus air units, 1 at a time. Geoff is trying to double expand. Again, I mentioned previously he had 2 command centers, and look at this. Boop. 3rd base replanted, and a 5th base being planted for the first time, too. Well, maybe is still going to. A little bit indecisive. Is this command center, but that's going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. All right, so suddenly we're at 5 bases to Geoff versus the 6 of LOTBoys. And Geoff is kind of back in this. He's almost doubled up in workers, which is not a great place to be. Small Marauder attack coming up this right side. Maybe going to try to get rid of this replanted base. Does he know this is here?
Add-on complete. Ready to play.
No, he does not know that it's there, but he has to assume it is. He's playing at Masters level. Players know how to replant their bases after they die, especially if they've been left alone this long. LOTBoys hasn't been here for a while. He doesn't know there's a base, but he assumes there is. And okay, can he get rid of these 2 tanks with the Marauders? I don't know, trying to split them. They don't take the splash damage. And yes, they do get the tank, but Planetary Fortress is enough for these Marauders to try to stay out of their range. We don't have high-sec auto tracking. You do not. The Marauders can get back here and start picking off more and more of these SCVs. Oh, man. 3rd base is getting shut down for mining right now. Battle cruisers coming on down to the 6th base of LOTBoys. There are 4 missile turrets, but as previously mentioned, there are so many battle cruisers right now. There are 14 of them. It just doesn't even matter. Actually, this base is choked. SCVs are trying to repair. I don't think it matters at all. Finally cleaning up the Marauder attack at his third base, but what damage has been done up there? Well, the sixth base is gone for a lot of boys. Marines and Vikings, though. Marines and Vikings, pretty great. Pretty darn good in this situation. A lot of Vikings absolutely hammering these battle cruisers. Are they getting out? I don't know if they're getting out in time here. There's the tactical jump, the mass tactical jump. Oh, but they jumped over here into a minefield of missile turrets. I mean, okay, there's only one left. Maybe that doesn't count as a minefield. LOTBoys, what is this? Is fifth? I want to see it's fifth. Yes, fifth has been up for a while now, but it's in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. The Vikings are trying to get over here. The Thors are trying to get over here too. They've got knives. The Thors have giant swords on their arms. Of course they do. LOTBoys did not retreat as expected. Now they can't jump. They cannot jump. Now they're running. I don't know if killing that base was worth losing all of your battle cruisers. Maybe he's not going to, though. Maybe, oh, it's just so many Vikings. +2 attack is insane, but +2/+2 here for the battle cruiser. Thors using their single target attack right now, doing a full 55 damage per shot versus the armored flying units. And there's one battle cruiser remaining. Suddenly, does he even have a jump available? No, he doesn't. He is resigned to his fate. Wow, 14 battle cruisers have died. 14 of them. Resources lost, 23,000 for Geoff, and a 32,000 loss for LOTBoys. So still, Geoff's lost a lot. I just don't know how you replace those battle cruisers. You try to make it work. I just don't know. I just don't know if it's going to work is the problem. I mean, it's not over yet. He's got +3 ship weapons coming in. Geoff's fifth base is fairly happy. Blue Flame Hellions actually catching a lot of transferring SCVs by this third base of LOTBoys, and wow. Suddenly 44 SCVs have gone down for LOTBoys. These Blue Flame Hellions are still taking them down. Meanwhile, there is an assault on Geoff's fifth base going on. Marines in the front taking a lot of the brunt of the damage here. Thor's finishing off that planetary fortress very, very easily, but oh my gosh, it's 47 to 36 harvesters right now. Geoff is actually up, but he did lose a base in the process. What a game. What a game we have in our hands right now. Thor's marching on up to try to take down this third base of Geoff for the second time. They are effectively unopposed. Planetary Fortress, I don't know if it can do it, man. These Hellbats are not going to do it, I can tell you that much. Repair on the SCVs? Doing fine, keeping this PF alive. He's got 4 kills on him. But can they go through the +1 attack on this Thor's hammer? Yamato cannon from these battle cruisers actually enough to chase away these Thors, killing 2 of them in the process and saving that planetary fortress from Geoff. Just absolutely by the skin of his teeth, saving that base. LOTBoys has replaced his 6th base in the bottom left-hand corner here. 5th base is still happily running. I don't think it's really been bothered by Geoff at all. Oh, battle cruiser. Oh, they tactical jumped in front of the Thor so they couldn't retreat. Geoff, good use. Good use of tactical jump. And now you're kind of stuck again is the problem. For the Marines can kill you. Marines are the ultimate anti-air answer. One of the battle cruisers does go down. There's some Blue Flame Hellbats come in and say, maybe we can... Nope. Maybe we could do something, but then they were dead. Marines are real good, you guys. +3/+3 Marines with Stim and Combat Shield are little tiny gods. Little tiny gods. Again, they don't have medevacs, which makes it more difficult. Planetary Fortress getting tank splash, getting Marine and Marauder splash. The repair's too late, and the third base falls once again. Geoff is in so much trouble right now, but what can kill these battle cruisers? Nothing. That Thor, man. That Thor is forced to retreat. 3 battle cruisers in the sky. More battle cruisers in the sky. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, sure, Geoff has effectively 1 mining base. He has 1 mining base. He's long distance mining from his 3rd. That's fine. Just LOTBoys has so many more effectively mining bases right now. I know I'm saying effective a lot. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But LOTBoys is back up 41 to 30 total harvesters. Resources, well, workers lost is 64 to 54. Geoff has lost more, and he's currently losing that battle too, but what can deal with the battle cruisers? Apparently, the answer for LOTBoys is going to be a lot of missile turrets. They even have the range upgrade. Tell me they have high-sec auto-tracking. LOTBoys never bothered to get high-sec auto-tracking, which seems like a mistake in retrospect. Yamato cannons one-shotting the missile turrets as they have done since Brood War was released. Original StarCraft was released. Repair tide has been turned here. Can they take down this 5th base location? The repairs are really good, but no! takes down the 5th base and tactical jumps out of there like the bosses that they are. Geoff's battle cruisers making it happen. Sure, 16 of them have died, but he's back up to 6. Upgrades are +3/+3 on these dudes, which means a total of 6 armor, which really negates a lot of the damage that Marines can do to them. Again, the Marines are fully upgraded themselves. And with Stim, I still think they'd win in a direct confrontation if there were enough Marines on the ground. Man, 46-33 Harvesters. LOTBoys looking strong. Sure lost that base, replanting it immediately. Oh, Geoff tried to get his 5th base down again, but unfortunately got scouted by LOTBoys. Came up here, decided to make quick work of it, and it is gone, sparing one of the refineries. As it turned out, the knives on everything is just kind of ridiculous. Tanks with knives, Thors with knives, and there's more wings. All right, direct confrontation. Here it is. Thors and Marines versus battle cruisers. Are the weakest one jumping out? Can they jump out? No, they can't jump out. They're stuck here. But Yamato Cannon's getting rid of these Thors. Ho, 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 ho. Battle cruisers winning the battle with Yamato Cannon and full upgrades today. But Geoff's 3rd base is gonna die too. Oh, the tanks forcing a liftoff at the very least. They can't shoot up. And the base lives, but it's not being mined from either. Okay, battle cruisers, you guys are amazing. 11 kills, 13, 12, and 13. Been sharing the kills nicely too. And battle cruisers. All right, someone needs to expand. I guess we got repairs. Regular repairs from SCVs, not repair drones, unfortunately. Lot has not felt comfortable expanding past these 6 bases that he's got. He could expand probably up this left side if he wanted to, but I guess he's worried about battlecruiser tactical jumps. Can't say that I necessarily blame him. How are your upgrades, LOTBoys? +2/+1. Yeah, he's down several upgrades right now. He's working on +3 ship weapons, which is pretty much all that he needs. Against the battle cruisers, Yamato cannons will one-shot you no matter what, and usually you're too far away for their regular attack to do much damage against you. LOTBoys 5th base, or 4th base rather, in trouble again. Did he lose this once? He did lose it once, just barely though. Well, totally gone this time. I mean, totally gone this time. There it is, totally gone. Yamato cannons keeping that Viking count low and then trying to tactical jump out. Oh, that combo is so good. The Yamato into tactical jump is just fantastic out of Geoff in this game. One battlecruiser messing with the 6th base of LOTBoys in the bottom left, forcing it to flee as its armor, its HP is actually being depleted fairly quickly for one battlecruiser attacking, and I guess that's what +3 attack does to you, though. Yeah, this guy might be toast. Oh, he can tactical jump, though, and he does. Boop. I'm out. It's cool. 3rd base is back for Geoff. 4th base is here for Geoff too. I don't know. Geoff win this thing with battlecruiser? I am feeling moderately astounded that this is even really a possibility. LOTBoys replanting his 6th, which he was forced to flee with from that single battlecruiser. Hellions, blue flame Hellions from Geoff trying to do stuff. This game is insanity. Resources lost so far are going to be 31,000 for Geoff and a full 50,000 for LOTBoys. LOTBoys has lost so much stuff. 211 Marines, 9 Liberators, 11 tanks, 11 Thors, 3 planetary fortresses. Going to be an orbital command as well. LOTBoys trying to get rid of this 3rd base again, but all the battle cruisers are here. Perhaps you want to attack somewhere else. Have you considered attacking somewhere else, LOTBoys? No? Man, he thinks he has this. Yamato cannons getting the Vikings out! And there's only a Thor at the back. The Marines trying to do their tiny god thing, but there are just too many battle cruisers. The upgrades are too good. Oh, obliterating that Marine group. Final Thor having some trouble here too, but this Marauder group from Geoff causing some problems for these SCVs. More SCVs are going down, but then saved by the battle cruisers once again. Another attack at the 6th base location. Blue Flame Hellions doing some stuff before they get cleaned up by a small army of LOTBoys here. 121 to 77 total supply. Geoff is suddenly way up in supply here. LOTBoys is finally expanding to a 7th base along this left side, as I suggested he probably should, but again, it's just hard to know if you can safely do it or not. So he knows that Geoff just used... No, he's got tactical jumps available. Just kidding. He still has tactical jumps. So he could mount an assault on this if he knew that it existed, which, as it turns out, he does not know that it exists. Long distance mining going on from this base over here on the left side. The 7th of LOTBoys, 6th base, not particularly mining, just trying to repair this previously super injured orbital command. I did not realize this was a 30-minute game, y'all. All right, what do we got? We still going the bile route for LOTBoys. What does he have for dealing with battle cruisers? 3 Vikings and 22 Marines. I don't know if the problem is no medevacs for LOTBoys, but Geoff's moving out, yo. He's up 127 to 95 total supply, and he is not messing around. He's even down 20 workers, which means his army supply is through the roof. Yeah, it's 2,600 resources in army for LOTBoy compared to 9,000 for this battle cruiser army. Again, if you just overwhelmingly force this thing, you're going to win. All right, here we go. Is he abandoning? He's abandoning the 7th base. You know, he's trying to come in with his Marines, but it's just not enough. Why are you fleeing from this? Oh, he's got tanks. He's trying to draw the bio into the tanks. That's amazing. 7th base does end up going down. And this might be the beginning of the end for LOTBoys. I know I called it previously for LOTBoys, but this time I think it's against LOTBoys. What does he have? He's making 2 Vikings at a time, 5 Marines at a time, but it's just not enough, Geoff. You got to kill mining bases. The goal here is to kill external mining bases from your opponent. Let him keep his production. If he doesn't have money, he can't do anything with it. So yeah, he's going after the 6th base, which is defended by 2 missile turrets that are out of position. Base, look how fast that dies to fully upgraded battle cruisers when there are 10 of them. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, a Raven. LOTBoys is actually making a Raven at the 31-minute mark. Did not expect to see that one at this point. Figured if didn't see Ravens earlier, you're going to not see Ravens at all, but desperate times call for desperate measures, and LOTBoys is feeling pretty darn desperate. I don't know what he's going to do with a Raven. Anti-armor missile, maybe. Knock down the armor on these battle cruisers by 3, but I don't think there's still even enough. The 3rd base died in a matter of, just a handful of seconds here. It might be the final battle between red and blue. The Marines are getting obliterated. Might lose a battle cruiser or 2, but the Amato Cannon barrage is enough to take down those Vikings. Everybody's out, and that's a good game from LOTBoys. Well played, he says, and a good game from Geoff as well. Do you want to stay in, Geoff? No, Geoff has left the game too. Oh, that's getting an epic tag. That was a really great TVT. One of the better TVTs I've ever cast. Battle cruisers get the win. They get the win. Vikings couldn't do it. Marines couldn't do it. Battle cruisers reigned supreme. 35,000 resources lost for Geoff. Sure, that's a lot, and 77 SCVs, but guess what? He killed 113 SCVs himself and destroyed 65,000 resources from LOTBoys. That's 30,000 more. That's an army. That's an army size right there. Wow. 20 battle cruisers died, but 292 Marines, 63 Vikings, 13 Thors, 4 orbital commands, 3 planetary fortresses, 16 missile turrets. Again, Geoff was not untouched, but he just did so much damage with these fully upgraded battle cruisers, using the tactical jump to the best of his ability, using a autocannon as often as he could. And he gets the win. Wonderful, wonderful time. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You also can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.